like
everybody.
went to an area.
Well, I'm cutting over. We're late.
Wow.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I try to be as punctual as possible with my streams, which is why it always frustrates me when on your streams you're not punctual. You're not terrible, but you'll start pre-roll late and then you'll just let it sit on the logo for like 20 seconds, which again is not terrible, but it peeves me and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, I would rather cut over when it's ready and not in the middle of setting up. I think
yeah, but that's why you just gotta be set up. I understand going late if you're not set up right. Yeah.
If I could be set up with 2 other guests, I would.
Yeah. I think for me, what really gets me is the countdown. Because if I don't start the countdown on time, then I feel obligated to let the countdown hit 0, which could be 20, 30 seconds past the hour. So.
Oh yeah. See, the countdown I don't care about. I'll just pop it up.
It's just one of those things where, again, we have no viewers, but I try and make the show as professional as possible, even though that is nowhere near a requirement, you know? And so for me, it's a challenge to be like, okay, can I go live exactly on the dot? Like content starts on the dot. Speaking of content, it's a lazy Saturday. How you doing, Will?
I'm good. I'm being lazy on this Saturday. I'm playing with the cool chain from my Nintendo guys.
Oh, should I get those? I shouldn't get those. Well,
I play with the chain more than I play with
I do a lot of fiddling and fidgeting at my work desk. So, you know, if only those things were on Amazon, because then I would just put them on my gift list and somebody would get them for me eventually. But
yeah, I 95% of local chat episodes I am playing with this chain, because if I don't, I am playing with something noisy that you yell at me about, or I am biting my fingers, which I don't want to do. So
yeah, I do the same thing. So I try and find non-noise maker fidgets. So right now it's these little, I printed these out a while ago. I haven't used them yet. Somebody made these Nerf branded wall holders. So you put it on the wall. Ooh. And then because I want to mount all my Nerf guns, mostly just to get them out of the way.
I printed another one of those fidget cubes that like fold over each other, but they're a little too loud for stream. I keep those by the couch.
You done any of the triangle 3D printed fabric? That stuff is really good.
No, that sounds
it's really good. Anyways, folks, Tactical Breach Wizards, folks. This is a continuation of our December Subpixel live series. I'm losing the energy to live.
It's 12:03.
I've been up since 3:30 this morning because
why?
Grayson's diabetes makes him thirsty, and sometimes in the middle of the night he'll just drink all his water, and then he starts screaming. So he did that about 3:30 this morning. Woke me up, got him water, and then I couldn't go back to sleep. So, but anyways, I really like what we're doing this December with our streams. How would you describe it, Will?
I would describe it as us playing video games that are popular, that we haven't played before.
No, it's a GOTY recap, GOTY catch up. So we do this every year. We typically do it in private, but society has changed. You can do it in public now. So, right? So basically what we're doing is we're heading towards our Game of the Year discussions in January. There are a bunch of games like Tactical Breach Wizards that people have clamored about and said is fantastic. I know, at least I haven't tried it yet, so we're using our December stream segments 2 or 3 times a week to play one of these games, at least for an hour, and see if we like it or not. So today is Tactical Breach Wizards. How much of this game do you know about, Will?
I played maybe an hour of it. Steam Next Fest,
really?
Like May. Mm-hmm. I wanted to say February, but I think it was like May.
Okay. I didn't realize you played it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a little bit of the save data stream. This game did not appeal to me because I feel morally uncertain about the look of this game, which is pro-gun fantasy. And as somebody who stumbles across a lot of right-wing pro-gun propaganda, pro-cop propaganda, propaganda. I don't like. If I can take you, look, it's a Saturday morning. Let's go on a little tangent real quick. Have you heard of the Black Rifle Coffee Company?
Yes, I had a friend who used to work for them.
It's fucked. Like, imagine you're like, hey, I'm gonna start a coffee company. Let me name it after the AR-15 and America's gun problem in a pro-gun way. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Hell yeah.
Like, even if you're pro-gun, you don't. It's fucked. So that was my problem.
Also,
sorry, go
weren't they
ahead.
also not donating to charity? They were like keeping the money or something. I thought that came out.
I don't think. I mean, they're a for-profit company. They're not a non-profit.
No, I know that, but there was like something about like I don't think it was Wounded Warrior, but it makes me think of Wounded Warrior.
It was Wounded Warrior.
Okay, it was something with that, and they like weren't actually donating the money to it or something. So
they had like a terrible percentage because it's like how much money coming in actually goes to charitable, and Wounded Warrior was like 5% or something like that. It was really low.
Yeah.
But anyways, then Save Data streamed this and a lot of reviews came out and they basically said, hey, this is a lot like Into the Breach. So we're going to give it a shot. I'm hoping that there are no moral concerns with this game. Do you think they're pro cop or a cab? This game.
They're a caw. Oh no, AWOB. AWOB. All wizards are bastards.
Well, I was saying all clerics are bastards.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I don't know, because it's kind of like we were talking about with Ready or Not, where Ready or Not is not it. I wouldn't call it a thin blue line game, but but it is accidentally romanticizing thin blue line. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where you're not being political, but you are accidentally making a political statement by upholding the status quo.
I will say this game, technically, they can be racist if there's multiple fantasy races. Like it's not I mean, it's always a topic.
Do you want to roll that all the way
D&D.
back? Because you're like no. As long as there are different races, you're allowed to be racist. And Will, that is
I'm just saying
0% correct.
If I was an elf and I hated a goblin because he's a goblin, like that makes a little more sense.
No, it doesn't.
Because they're I hate elephants, so why can't I hate goblins? You
but
know?
that's like if I can get spicy real
second.
I'm just kidding. You better be kidding.
But that is always
Christ.
the thing I like come back to. It's like in fantasy worlds, there's always the like, I hate those trolls and stuff like that, and I'm always like, okay, that makes a little bit more sense because like racism in real world is no point. You're just hating someone because they look a little bit different from you. They're not like a completely different rock beast or something like that, you know?
Yeah,
and most of the time in fantasy settings,
but a lot of modern
like,
racism is that argument. It's that the other race is significantly inherently different enough that
exactly, but they aren't actually, like when there's trolls and rock people. And then that even comes into this question of like there's like a level of intelligence that is different in fantasy realms that is just like when you get into it you're just like, okay, we can't necessarily breach this cultural topic, but you know it doesn't quite make sense. I hate to go back to Ready or Not, but it's like the status quo in fantasy is that there is racially based tension and hatreds, right? And it's like, that's okay, it's normal for dwarves and elves to hate each other. That doesn't make them racist or bad people. But that status quo doesn't really fly anymore, you know, because now that I think about it, it's like, you can still have those tensions, but it should not automatically be okay for one fantasy race to hate another fantasy race. And in a lot of modern tellings of that stuff, it's usually like the dwarf hates elves because elves murdered his family. Yes, and they like tie it into that, and it's just like, I see what you're doing, like you're trying to keep it alive, and like it's just like one of those things that you have to just like kind of brush under the rug with certain settings, because you're just like it's like sci-fi faster than light stuff, right? It's like, you just gotta. If you played an apocalyptic game and you're like, why do you hate bandits? It's so rude of you to hate mutants and like stuff like that. Okay, so, look, like, we're on a fun change, but it's also like zombies. You know the thing I don't get with zombies, right?
So zombies eat people, and they will eat like the entire person. But then where do more zombies come from? Is it literally just the people that have been bitten and have somehow survived the attack enough to not be then consumed?
I think so, yeah. Because there's always...
But that number doesn't balance, because the number of people...
you can run out of zombies eventually.
Yeah, I just mean like the way they show it spreading and the number of zombies spreading and becoming zombies is way too high compared to the reality of the situation, which is the zombies would just eat you. They wouldn't bite you and then walk away and let you turn.
That's why I kind of like Last of Us's world building a little bit, where it's like at the point point you're playing in those games, like the zombies aren't as much of a problem. It's more of like getting infected is the problem, and like avoiding the spores and stuff like that. Like they're past the like initial, they are billions defending against hordes of zombies, you know. So that's pretty neat.
I should probably play this game.
Sorry. I also like What do you want from me?
He's got like, is that a Christmas light, and then that's the hollow sight there? Or are they both sights? I don't understand.
I think it's like it's probably like an enhancing crystal or something.
Yeah, that like I feel like this is off to the side maybe. No, I do kind of like that it's just a wand.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. Yeah, I played a little bit of this game. The thing I sort of like about it is it's like you can do a bunch of moves and then go all the way back, as far as I remember.
Yes.
And like figure like this felt more like a puzzle game than a tactical game.
Yeah. Oh, look at all this shit up here.
Yeah, I think I played through this whole intro.
It's kind of nice up here. Oh. Breach cliffs are hot. See, this is fetishizing stuff that we should not be fetishizing. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's better. Yeah, I guess. I'd rather have this than like the cop version of it, I guess.
Like the straight cop version. But for me, this is enough cop that it's like version. That it's like you have not changed anything by making this fantasy. You've done jack shit to this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Design, words, code, Tom Francis. Wow, page.
It's very important.
Select your bolt issue order. Selecting. Select your 3-bolt burst ability. And issue order.
Bye.
Make your way to laptop. Laptop ability on the left. On to proceed. It's like Metal Gear Solid 2.
It's just like it.
I feel like at some point I should play through those games. Maybe as much as Metal Gear Scanlan exists, maybe we should do that.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
One's like what, 8 or 9 hours? Oh.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna. Oh, that was skip the dialogue. Okay. Move to the laptop. Get the enemy you can't take cover from. Just reading these. Firebolt to 3 arcane. Knockback pushes them that many squares. They hit a wall, taking this damage. So
he'll go out the window.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. What is the double damage? I guess it's 1 for wall and 2 for window. He's just 1 for wall. Okay. Under his name, you see how it's double flashing. So he's 2. Yeah. He's 2 for wall and window. Wall. Okay. All right. Use the cover.
Dead.
End turn to commit. Sure. All enemies. object you've secured. It's unlimited.
Boom.
Skype this. Move to the laptop.
These guys gotta stop standing in front of windows.
Okay, so you're here. He moves and shoots, you can freely rewind. 4C phase. Enemies attack. If none have valid plans, we skip this phase, but you can take further actions, but you can still rewind. Enemy turn. Enemies move and make new plans, they do not attack yet. Okay, so it's basically me move, shoot, them move. Okay?
Yeah.
Attack the Mafia Shrub Lord. I feel like I should go here? Here? Close enough to the wall. Use the foresight button. C. All the way back to the start of your turn. Or does it want me to rewind? So that he targets you instead. I don't think I like having to click for C, like, because that's the nice thing that Into the Breach does, is it's all UI constantly telegraphed. You know?
Yeah.
End turn. White man up there. Do you think we've shit-talked the tone of this game a lot?
You have shit talked the tone of this game a lot.
Do you think that if you played through this game and got the story, that somewhere in the story they were like, you know, are we the bad guys? I'm gonna say almost certainly no.
I think this game's too surface level for that.
But the thing is, I don't think it's surface level because they didn't make a tactical breaching game. They made a fantasy one. Like, they're trying to hide it. They're trying to whitewash it a bit, you know? And it's like...
Yeah, I guess I'm approaching it from the point of, like, I want to make a tactical breaching game, but I don't want to make it about cops and SWAT. Let's make it about fantasy.
Yes.
A fantasy world.
Yes, but what I'm saying is you did not take out the cops and SWAT. You're still in a way...
Yeah.
You're still in a way, like, condoning this type of excessive police action.
Yeah.
Try
If
saving
they are
Liv.
police.
See if they shoot the hostage. Try saving the hostage and see if Liv can save herself. Try saving Liv and see if they shoot the hostage. I probably got a gun. Auto did it. Cool. I'm not in cover though. This is a bad. Oh. Hostage must survive. The hostage is safe. Okay, that's pretty cool. Move team members here to complete the objective.
Yeah, so I think you can just get right out. You don't have to fight them.
Well, don't I have to be...
It said you can
members.
blink with the...
Oh, I'm not reading. Live next to the hostage.
Yeah, you're blinking out. That's cool. I like the blink.
Yeah, this game's not bad. I can't get over this. This is a thin blue line game. You can't fucking hide it. It may not be intentional, but that's what this is, you know? It's condoning excessive policing. It's glamorizing excessive policing. Just like Ready or Not is. Let's get this.
Damn. No story for Ian.
ACAB, baby. Fenestrate the pyromancer. To throw out the window.
Excuse me. Damn.
It's got a lot of UI going on. Not sure that I like that much UI going on. Yep. Saves on this turn. Saves on. Who's Zon?
The guy whose name is in the middle? Well, it's not there anymore because you're not.
I know.
selected on it.
But that's how it started, though. This is how it started. They're like saves on, and it's like, okay, but name's not here. Okay, his name's on. I need to save Zon. I need to.
It was
use
only
the
his name
chain
throughout the entire tutorial.
Yeah, but see, ACAP. I don't put names to pigs. Okay.
So weird stance.
Okay, alright. What is this? Chain a bolt through multiple targets, knocking each and target each enemy in the order the bolt will follow the path shown, knocking them back at the target. Two. Man, I had a really good match of Sea Power this morning. So good.
Yeah.
So good. I had it was like 3 destroyers and 3 helicopters that I had, and I had to go between these islands. And they're just like, hey, there are multiple submarines out there, and there's also some people with anti-ship missiles on land. Good luck. And I went through the whole thing. I killed like 5 submarines. I took out the 2 anti-ship. And I had sonar buoys everywhere, so as soon as a submarine popped up, it just immediately found it. And I took 0 damage the entire game. It was fantastic.
I thought about buying that game, but they're really fetishizing naval combat, and I'm not a huge fan of that. So the thin red hull line. You got Mad Elf beer for me? Thank you. I love you.
Going right now?
Yeah. 5 o'clock somewhere. I need a bottle opener.
Pop it off for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Do that.
My wife bought me my favorite beer that I hate.
What's it called?
It's called Mad Elf. It's Trogue's Mad Elf. It's like a cherry beer.
What type?
And it's-
What type of beer?
I'll look at it in a second. It tastes awful and I hate it, but it's like 12%, so I like really love it because I have like 1 beer and you get pretty buzzed. So it's like a blithering idiot.
You said it's an ale?
It is Trogue's The Mad Elf Holiday Ale brewed with cherries and honey. I'll show you it in here.
Folks.
It is a spicy Belgian. It's 11%. Serve in a chalice. Yeah. It tells me where the cherries are from. That's cool.
Damn, I don't have that. Maybe I'll order it.
It's like I said, it is I drink piss beer. Miller High Life's my favorite. And this beer just I don't know, I drank it one year and then I always it's like eggnog, even though I like eggnog, but I just look forward to it.
Sounds good. I got
It's good.
what did I get? I got 24 cans of ice beer for $10 or something like that. It was on clearance, and it's not bad. It's
Hell yeah.
just I'm drinking too much ice beer right now.
Yeah, I just the other thing I like about it is, again, I don't like it that much. I like the thought of it more, but I don't have to drink 5 beers to get a little buzzed. I can drink 1.
Jesus.
What?
12-pack of cans is $30 from their website.
Yeah.
6-pack of
It
bottles
only
is
comes. It's only
17.
out for like a couple weeks.
Oh, it's from Hershey. Hershey, Pennsylvania. I mean, not Hershey the company, but
Yeah, she.
they're in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Yeah, maybe I'll order some of that. That sounds good.
Again, you're not gonna like it, but it is.
Why
good.
wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I like it? I like ales.
Oh, okay.
Now, if you said like IPA, I'd tell you get the fuck out of here. IPAs suck.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. It's not hoppy or IPA.
That is cherry. I'm fine with sweet beers and things like that.
It is good. I've taken a shine to it.
A powerful trap for an
Thank you, wife. Ooh, what would you call that? Some sort of that's like a line.
Oops.
It's more of a wide blue line.
Sorry, for the first time this stream, I was paying attention to the game, and then I missed your joke, but now I got it. Quick 4C.
Oh, that's cool.
Wait, now they're killing police?
Yeah. See, this game is great. Fuck the police.
I don't know about that. Now, if this is a room full of CEOs.
Man, you think that's on itch already as a CEO killer? You know, Hitman should do a CEO thingy.
Sealing the door is a free action. You don't need to seal doors that have no enemies left. If I go here... Okay, so that's showing what they will do. I just wasn't sure if that was like an Overwatch, like they're going to do that immediately.
God, I would kill for a new XCOM.
Let's check this, yeah. That takes them out, cool. 2, seal door. On. Yeah, I don't know. The other thing is this market, this turn-based door breaching market is really saturated right now. I don't know if you realize that. And this is trying to do something different. Not even aesthetically, just like setting-wise by being tactical. I mean, wizards, and the abilities are an interesting twist, but I don't know. Part of this is like, if you're into door kickers, you want it to be realistic, right? You're trying to play a SWAT game, so having wizards isn't really doing it for you. But then this isn't into the breach enough to pull in the
there's also like
kickers. So it's like
there's fights in tight spaces, and then did knights in tight spaces come out?
I'm not sure yet. But and then there's one I played earlier this year. There's door kickers. There's like 4 or 5 of them that are good and out. Mm-hmm. So it's like, cool. So now I can do whatever I want. He's a twofer, so I could reach. I can have you come in here, and then I could. See, I'm immediately more into the game because they loosened the tutorial. All the way up to here, I'm just like, fuck you. Which is harsh, but it just felt like they were like, we're not going to let you do anything. You're just going to have to.
But there's a world where you skip the tutorial and you're pissed off because you don't know how to play.
That's fair.
Like, it's a necessary evil. I'd rather be mad for having to do a tutorial than being mad and not understanding how to play a game.
Oh. So I think
this seems like a good Steam Deck game.
Yeah. That's the Overwatch. Okay. I really need to chain bolt. I that guy, that guy. And then you can come in. Actually, no, I want you to come down here. I don't think that guy
Down
can
there,
run.
you want?
I don't think he can run far
That's
enough. That's my point. I don't think he can run close enough to hit, but we can try it. Okay, now if
I just don't know if I can come down there.
Yeah, so you can make it. That was the wrong person. He's already gonna hit that one, so might as well. Thought I could recover from that misclick, but I can't. So you're gonna come over here. Pulse that way. You're gonna come here.
Boom.
See, as soon as you take some of the guardrails off, I'm all like, hell yeah, a cab. Sorry, I fucked up the joke. I was gonna say, as soon as you take some of the guardrails off and let me play, I'm all like, hell yeah, thin blue line. That's what I meant to say. Now I'm fine with the propaganda.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, that tutorial was just that was too much. I do like the rewinds. I like the 4C because it makes it super easy for me to just be like,
I foresee you.
oh, I gotta move up here first.
Oh God. Have you seen that movie?
Now you see me. Now you don't.
Fuck. No. The one Luke Besson got sued over.
Valerian Thousand City.
No.
of Thousand?
No. The one with Guy Ritchie he saves the president's daughter in the space prison.
Oh, I did not see that one. No.
Okay. First of all, that movie's pretty great.
Okay, that's good to hear. I do like.
It's just like a 7 out of 10 action movie, and Guy Pearce is a good Bruce Willis. But there's a line a character says, which is "I foresee you." So I think of that every time someone says "foresee."
I foresee you.
Yeah. Anyways, you should watch that movie. I just grabbed 28 Days Later and 28 Weeks Later because I haven't seen them in a long time, and that new trailer just came out for the Years Later.
Yeah, apparently 28 Days Later is like not in print, not on any streaming service.
I wonder that movie. You know that movie's shot on camcorders. Like
yeah.
I wonder if that's a movie.
As somebody, you're gonna say, oh, because no streaming service wants to do it because the quality's too low. Streaming services don't give a shit about that.
No. I was wondering if they were waiting to re-release it, and maybe they've thought about like AI upscaling it. Because you can't. What else can you do? You can't do anything else. That movie's stuck in what 480p?
No, you can
720p.
I showed the thing about Blair Witch Project was shot on high 8, and the problem was getting to theaters and then to DVD, etc. Some of those conversions by the production company were bad, and so the new release they're putting out is they rescanned the original tapes.
But I don't believe 28 Days Later was shot on tape. It was shot on digital, like SD cards.
Yeah, but it's still going to be at least like what 720p if it's like 1280 by 720.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I just remember seeing shots of it. But yeah, maybe there is a better master out there. I downloaded a 13 gigabyte file from the purchasing. I bought it digitally and downloaded a 13 gigabyte file. So we'll see how that looks.
What was the file? Like, was it not like a it wouldn't be this, but was it like a BD remux? Was it a web rip? Like, did it tell you what? Did it tell you the source?
No, but to tell you how old it is, it did have RARBG still in the title for it, which is a now defunct. Yeah. They had to shut down due to the server costs. So
there's a lot of us still out there. Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird, and I don't know what this is. I don't download movies that are like a gig or less because I need that high bit rate. But I noticed.
You should never do that.
But I noticed when I was downloading the shitty Planet of the Apes movies, if I watch low bitrate films on my MacBook Pro, they actually look pretty good. And I don't know if it's like something the MacBook is doing.
It's so I had this because I had a 1280 by 720 monitor on my laptop for most of college, and it all comes down to the media player. So QuickTime does it really well. They do nice upscaling. Because I remember going back and forth between VLC and MPC because depending on the file format that I had, one would like upscale it and anti-alias it better than the other one would. So I think it's QuickTime that's helping you out there.
Yeah, there were a bunch of like large files for those movies, but nobody was downloading them, so I had to grab some smaller ones. Those movies are stupid and awful, and I just desperately want them to make a modern... I want the modern Planet of the Apes movies to catch up to Planet of the Apes and have, like, ape people. Yeah. Because that is that's the best part of Planet of the Apes. The third movie is so bad. It's so bad.
The third original?
The third original. The second original is also so bad. It's like, who thought of this? And then the third, they're just like, the world blew up, I guess. And then Ricardo Montalban's there.
Shit.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah, this 28 Days Later is a Blu-ray, so we'll see how it looks. I will report back.
Damn, I didn't realize they put out a Blu-ray, though. I thought it was just DVD.
And its bitrate 16,000. So we'll see. I was just hanging out here.
Yeah. Do we need to keep going?
We can stop if you don't want to play anymore.
Yeah, it's just like it's just one of those things where I've given this game a shot. It's not terrible. If I put all the moral concerns off onto a shelf, it's a competent door kicker. But I don't think it's doing enough new and great to distinguish it from the rest of the genre. And this genre has a lot of good stuff in it right now. So
I would do what you're doing with Indiana Jones, where you're very upset that he's punching Nazis and against Adolf Hitler, and I would apply that to this game as well.
Sorry, could you explain that joke to me? Because I don't.
Oh, because you're upset that in Indiana Jones you have to punch Nazis because you like Nazis. That's the point of my joke.
You know what? I'm finding myself that game, like, I don't think this is a flaw with the game. I really like it. It's kind of like Hitman in this way, where if you get caught, it's very non-punishing, and the combat is relatively non-punishing, except for the melee combat. Melee combat fucking sucks in that game.
Oh, melee combat, I am
unarmed combat. Yeah.
Nope. I'm a punching machine.
You're just punching. I hate it because as soon as you get a competent enemy who's like blocking you, you're like, I don't want to fucking do this. So
no, I'm a puncher.
But I've got to the point where like, this is not a spoiler, folks. It's in the trailer. I'm in Egypt and I just got to the Sphinx site and there's like 10 Nazis there and they're like, you got to get in the dig site. And I'm like, what if I just spend 10 minutes just killing all these guys? So that's what I did. It's just like, it's the first one's the hardest, right? Because you got to find a weapon and then take him out. And then you take his gun and then you shoot the next guy and then you take their gun and then you shoot the next guy. So I'm having fun just being like, who needs stealth? Let me just kill all these guys.
There's a dig site there with an elevator. And I went down through the elevator, like I snuck in, went down through the elevator, did everything. Came back up the elevator just comes back up into people. Yeah. And I recorded it, just a pile of dead bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's also there's a Hitler headshot that comes up that's pretty good. So So look forward to that. Yeah, they all history. Very
nice. Yes, that's Tactical Breach Wizards. I'm upset about this stream because we could have just been playing Sea Power this whole time. Like, I could have just popped up a Sea Power mission and we could have been having some fun.
You know, I hate to say this, but I'm trying to get through Indiana Jones so I can play Metaphor again, because I'm actually missing Metaphor.
I can get that. I really want that to be an anime. Maybe they'll do an anime of it eventually, like they did with Persona.
It speaks a lot to how much I like Metaphor, because, and you probably know this about me, I hate that. I hate anime aesthetic for video games.
Yes.
No, I shouldn't say hate. Hate is a strong word.
Anime cliche
very
aesthetic.
dislike it. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of it. It's just something, like, I look at it and I'm like, that's beautiful and awesome. It's just not for me. So Metaphor is, I don't know. It's so weird how much I like that game.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's good. They make very good games. Like, my biggest complaint with them, probably the only complaint I have with Atlas, but it's a deal breaker for me, is that those games are slow as shit. And they don't respect your time at all. They do not respect your time. And that pisses me off. Everything else is fantastic about them.
Metaphor, I will say, is very fast. Outside that tutorial.
In terms of plot?
Pacing. It's just like, it's going, it's cooking. It's like, I'm still like in the intro. I'm 10 hours in. I haven't had a chance to like do other stuff yet. I'm still like on the main line. Gotcha. So they're not like nice.
Dungeons, right? Like, they're not like in Persona. When I play Persona 5, the way they're
still called dungeons.
But like, they'd be like, hey, you need to go into, like, they do a bunch of plot setup and everything, and they're like, okay, you're going in this area, and then you're spending like 4 hours of gameplay just walking room to room, enemy encounter, room to room, enemy encounter.
Yeah, it's like that, but you get to these magic rooms where you can rest, and they're basically bonfires. So then I can go back to the town. So they were like,
you
hey,
could go back to the town from there? Because in Persona 5,
like,
I don't think you could. You had restrooms, but I don't think you could travel out of them.
They're like, hey, we have 10, like, December 10th is when the calamity is going to happen. We got to stop this guy before December 10th. So I'm in the dungeon. I do like 2 levels, get to a safe room, come out, sleep for the night, have food, and then go back in the next day. So you're still advancing time, but you're like doing stuff. And it's nice because, like, for someone, like, I was reading online, people are like, oh, I did the whole dungeon in 1 run. I'm like, well, fuck you. So it's still super fun. And like I said, I was stuck on a boss for a bit, and then I read someone's advice online, and I killed the boss in 3 turns. So like, it's fun.
That's the thing is, they're very, very good games. It's just the pacing and the length of them, and the disrespect for time that puts me off them. Because I had fun playing.
I can see
Persona
myself
5.
not finishing it if it gets slow at any point. But right now, it's still ripping.
Yeah, slow or burned out. Because that was me with Persona 5. I got like 4 or 5 dungeons in, 60 hours in, and I was like, what do you mean there's another 30 hours of this? Like, I think I'm good.
Having the Steam Deck is nice too.
Yeah,
because I've been playing mostly right here on the PC, and I think I'm almost through most of the story bits, so I can just sit on the Steam Deck and do battles and stuff. And they're like, hey, you can do all this stuff from the main menu, but you have to go to this one thing to get to your archetypes thing. And I was like, oh, this is kind of annoying. I have to go. And then they're like, hey, you've unlocked the ability to just hit Y on the main menu to go to the archetypes menu.
So good.
And the guy from the room is literally like, hey, you'll still come here and talk to me, right? And I'm like, oh, sure.
Yeah. No, that's good. I'm glad you're enjoying that. And it doesn't sound like Indiana Jones is that long. Well, I don't know. I'm just judging based off of Jake, but Jake has problems. Jake will... Remember when he finished Elden Ring in like a week? Like, he went from like 10 hours to like 100 hours in a week.
He was at 18 hours yesterday, and then I was at 17 hours, and then he said he had finished. So it must be around 20 to 24 hours.
Oh, that's not bad.
You should ask him, or we should ask him how much. I don't know if he 100%ed.
He probably
did. Because I've been 100%ing stuff.
It's Jake. He probably did. Because he's really enjoying it.
Achievements. Yeah. It's really good.
It's really good. I'm mad about. I feel like this has to be the strongest example of the Game Awards timing fucking over what could have been Game of the Year, because Indie did not make it because of the timing. The nomination
window. Could it make
window.
it next year? Or no?
Yes, theoretically, yes, but then it's weird as shit.
It'll be so far in the past.
Yeah, that's the problem, is people are going to forget it, and even if it gets nominated, it's going to be weird to say Indie is 2025 Game of the Year. Like, it pisses me off. It's like, move that shit. Just do it in January, February.
Yeah.
You know. Anyways, folks, we will be streaming tomorrow, noon Eastern. Helldivers 2 just got a huge update. Third faction has been unlocked. Apparently they're ravaging some planet, and we need to, all 4 boys of Subpixel drop down to the surface and take care of them goobers. So we'll be back noon Eastern tomorrow. Check us out, subpixelfilms.com. Will's at Hunt270 on Twitter and Blue Sky. Yeah, that's your Blue Sky handle, right?
We need to interrupt. We need to get our Blue Skies, because we can do at subpixelfilms.com.
I thought we already
need to do that.
I thought we already did have a Blue Sky.
No, I'm saying I can be Hunt270 at subpixelfilms.com.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Because we own the domain. So we can change our stuff.
We should do that. Yeah, we should do that. That's a smart idea. Yeah, folks, so we'll be back noon Eastern tomorrow, and we've got some more streams planned for next week. We'll see you all then. Thanks for joining, Will.
Bye!